Last month, I met an 84-year-old man in Tokyo who stood taller than most men half his age. No back pain, no stiffness, no cane. I asked him how. He smiled and said, "I fix my posture the Japanese way. Not with force, but with balance."
I know who you're talking about. He's one of many seniors in Japan who've quietly preserved mobility into their 80s and 90s, using posture, not exercise as their medicine.
That story fascinated me because most seniors in the West think posture correction means stretching, bracing, or painful workouts. But what if the real secret is simpler?
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today.
Welcome back to the Best Life Seniors podcast. I'm Dr. Howard Tucker, longevity physician with more than 7 decades in medicine. And sitting across from me is a man who's not just seen the evolution of aging science, he's lived it. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, Japan's oldest practicing doctor and global symbol of lifelong mobility.
Thank you, Howard. I'm excited because today's episode isn't about perfect posture or rigid routines. It's about one subtle shift. A Japanese technique so simple you can practice it sitting in your chair right now that can help you move freely for the rest of your life.
We'll uncover how this gentle daily habit keeps joints aligned, restores balance, and even improves circulation, without medication, therapy, or back braces.
And if you stay with us until the end, you'll learn exactly how to retrain your spine in less than 4 minutes a day, the same way thousands of Japanese seniors do.
Dr. Hinohara, you've often said posture is more than how we stand. It's how our body communicates with gravity. That sounds poetic, but what does it really mean for someone over 60 who's starting to feel stiffness or imbalance?
It's both poetic and scientific, Howard. When we're young, our body and gravity are in conversation. Our spine, hips, and feet share the load naturally. But as we age, that dialogue weakens. The head drifts forward, the shoulders collapse inward, and the hips stop supporting the spine. Gravity no longer flows through the body, it fights against it.
And that battle shows up as fatigue, tightness, or even dizziness when standing up.
Exactly. Japanese researchers from Kyoto University call this energy leakage. Every inch your head leans forward adds about 10 extra pounds of stress on the spine. That constant pressure compresses discs, slows blood flow to the brain, and makes movement feel heavier than it is. Over time, people start mistaking that drag for aging, when it's really posture breakdown.
That explains why so many seniors say, "I feel fine sitting down, but once I stand, everything feels heavier."
Yes, because sitting passively weakens what we call the postural chain, the link from your feet to your hips to your neck. In Japan, we focus not on stretching, but on reawakening this chain through balance and micro movement.
And that's what you call the gravity alignment method, right?
Correct. It's not about pulling the shoulders back or forcing a pose. It's about teaching the body to stack naturally again. The ears over the shoulders, the ribs over the hips, the knees over the ankles. We begin with awareness, then breath, then gentle engagement. Even 1 minute of conscious standing daily begins to reprogram the nervous system.
So you're saying posture isn't just muscle memory, it's neurological memory.
Precisely. Every slouch, every tilt is the brain's way of protecting you from imbalance. When we teach the body to stand with gravity again, we're not forcing correction, we're removing confusion.
And that's such a liberating idea. You're not fighting your body, you're reminding it how to cooperate again.
That's the essence of longevity in motion. Once you restore that alignment, strength, circulation, and confidence all return naturally.
Dr. Hinohara, let's talk about that first step. You call it the 3-point alignment. What exactly is it? And how does it start changing posture right away?
The beauty is in its simplicity, Howard. The 3-point alignment is a mindful standing exercise that reconnects your body with gravity in less than a minute. In Japan, we begin it the same way every morning. Barefoot, relaxed, and breathing slowly.
No equipment, no strain, just awareness?
Exactly. You start by standing tall and feeling 3 points of contact: the back of your head, the center of your chest, and your lower abdomen. Imagine an invisible thread running through them, connecting top to bottom. Most seniors only feel the top two, but the lower point, the abdomen, is where balance truly begins. When you gently draw that point inward and lengthen through the crown of your head, your spine automatically stacks into its natural curve.
So you're not forcing posture, you're guiding it back into alignment.
Yes. Western posture training often focuses on pulling the shoulders back or tucking the chin, but that creates tension. The Japanese approach releases tension. The body lifts itself when balance returns. A 2022 study from Tokyo Metropolitan University found that seniors practicing this technique for just 2 weeks improved walking speed and reaction time by nearly 15%, not by strengthening muscles, but by realigning them.
That's remarkable. And I imagine breathing plays a key role too.
Very much so. As you stand in your 3-point alignment, you inhale through the nose, letting the breath expand the ribs sideways, not upward. On the exhale, you picture that same invisible thread tightening gently, drawing your body upward, as if gravity is now working for you, not against you.
So it's almost meditative, but it's also physical therapy disguised as calm.
Perfectly said. This practice retrains the nervous system to find stability through stillness. Seniors who do this daily often report less back pain, lighter steps, and better balance when turning or standing from a chair.
And you're saying it only takes a minute or two?
That's right. 1 mindful minute repeated daily is enough to remind the body what correct feels like. From there, movement becomes easier, steadier, and more graceful.
So once someone masters that 3-point alignment, how do they carry it into movement? Because standing tall is one thing, but staying that way while walking, bending, or climbing stairs feels like another challenge entirely.
And that's a great question, Howard. In Japan, we call it ugoku shisei, moving posture. The goal is to make alignment dynamic, not frozen. Most people think posture ends when movement begins, but in truth, it starts there. Every step becomes a test of how well your body cooperates with gravity.
I like that idea. Each step is communication, not conflict.
Exactly. Here's how it works. When you walk, instead of leading with your head or chest, you lead with your center, just below the navel. We call this point the hara. It's the body's balance hub. When seniors focus on the hara, the spine naturally stays tall, and the limbs move in harmony. It prevents that forward-leaning shuffle we often see after 60.
That shuffle you just mentioned, that cautious walk where the knees lock and the feet barely lift.
Yes, that one. It happens when the upper body tries to control movement instead of the lower body. Japanese walking posture reverses that. The head stays light, the chest open, and the feet roll from heel to toe, softly. Imagine gliding, not marching. Studies from Osaka University found that seniors who practiced this style for just 4 weeks improved knee flexibility and reduced lower back discomfort by up to 30%.
So posture isn't about stiffness, it's actually about flow.
Precisely. A flexible spine is a youthful spine. When you move with proper alignment, your joints share the load evenly, your muscles activate in sequence, and circulation improves automatically. You'll notice warmth in the legs, steadier footing, and even sharper focus because the brain receives better oxygen flow.
I can see why you call it medicine in motion. You're not adding stress, you're redistributing it.
Well said. And the best part is you can practice it anywhere. While walking to the kitchen, down the hallway, even standing in line. Posture training only works when it becomes part of everyday life. The Japanese secret isn't effort, it's constancy.
Small, mindful corrections repeated daily. That's what keeps you mobile for life.
Exactly. It's not about perfection. It's about remembering your body's original rhythm, one step at a time.
Dr. Hinohara, most people spend hours sitting, reading, eating, watching television. Even seniors who practice good posture while standing often lose it the moment they sit down. Why is that?
Because sitting changes everything, Howard. The pelvis becomes the foundation, not the feet. And if that foundation tilts backward, the entire spine collapses on itself. The head moves forward, the chest sinks, and circulation slows. In Japan, we teach what's called zazen alignment, a seated posture adapted from meditation practice, now used in hospitals and senior centers to keep the spine alive, even while resting.
So this isn't about sitting perfectly still like a monk. It's more about balance and breath, right?
Precisely. Start with your feet flat on the ground, knees slightly lower than your hips. That opens the pelvis and allows the spine to rise naturally. Now imagine a thread lifting the crown of your head, just as in the standing posture. The back should feel long, not rigid. Then shift your attention to your breathing. Inhale through the nose, letting the belly expand gently against your waistband. On the exhale, feel your spine grow taller, not by pushing, but by releasing.
So the breath becomes the anchor for posture.
Yes. Breath is posture in motion. When done correctly, it activates the diaphragm and core muscles that stabilize the spine from within. Researchers at Tohoku University found that seniors practicing this seated alignment for 10 minutes daily experienced lower back pain reduction and improved focus in just 3 weeks.
That's incredible. And what about the upper body, the shoulders and neck?
The key is softness. Let the shoulders rest, but imagine them melting downward away from your ears. The neck stays long, the jaw loose. Many seniors unknowingly clench the jaw while sitting, which tightens the neck and shortens the spine. Relaxation is part of alignment.
That's a shift in thinking. Posture isn't about effort, it's about letting go of the wrong effort.
Exactly. When we sit with awareness, the spine breathes again. Blood flows more freely, digestion improves, and the brain receives better oxygen. Sitting becomes restorative, not draining.
So even rest can become healing if done consciously.
Yes. In Japan, we say, how you sit is how you age. Balanced posture while resting teaches the body to remain youthful, calm, and strong, even in stillness.
Dr. Hinohara, everything you've shared leads beautifully to this question. How can seniors bring all of these pieces together? The standing alignment, the walking flow, the seated posture. Is there a simple daily practice that connects them all?
There is, Howard. In Japan, we call it the 4-minute reset. It's the bridge between stillness and movement. It teaches your spine, muscles, and breath to cooperate as one unit. And the best part, you can do it anywhere, anytime, without equipment.
4 minutes? That's it?
Yes, it's brief but powerful because it's built around rhythm, not repetition. The goal isn't to exhaust the body. It's to remind it how to move efficiently again. Let me walk you through it.
Please do.
The first minute begins standing, using that 3-point alignment we discussed earlier. Head, chest, and abdomen in one vertical line. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts, exhale for 6. This resets your nervous system and anchors your balance. The second minute shifts into motion, gentle walking in place or down a hallway. Each step begins from the hara, the lower abdomen, while your shoulders and arms swing freely. This reconnects the upper and lower halves of the body.
So you're re-establishing communication between the joints and the brain with each step.
Exactly. In the third minute, you sit down using zazen alignment. Keep the spine long, feet grounded. Now add what we call breathing through the spine. Imagine each inhale expanding upward from your tailbone to your crown, and each exhale releasing tension downward.
That sounds almost like charging and resetting the body at once.
That's a beautiful way to describe it. Finally, the fourth minute, still seated. You gently rotate your shoulders backward 3 times, lift your chin slightly, and end with one deep breath of gratitude. This signals completion to the nervous system.
I can see why this practice is so powerful. It's short enough to fit into anyone's routine, yet holistic enough to reach every system: muscles, joints, breath, and even mood.
Yes. 4 mindful minutes a day keep the spine youthful. Studies from Keio University found that seniors practicing this exact sequence for 1 month improved their posture stability scores by nearly 25%. But the greater change isn't just in the body, it's in confidence.
That's the true gift. Moving through life, upright, energized, and unafraid.
Precisely. Posture is not about standing tall for appearance, it's about standing tall for life.
Dr. Hinohara, this has been one of my favorite conversations yet. Because what you've shared today isn't just about posture, it's about reclaiming control over your body, one quiet moment at a time.
Thank you, Howard. That's the message I've tried to teach my patients for more than a century. Most people think mobility fades because of age, but in truth, it fades because we stop communicating with our body. Posture is that conversation, gentle, continuous, and full of respect.
And what I love most is that this method doesn't demand perfection. It's not about holding yourself stiff or looking straight. It's about remembering what your body already knows, how to move in harmony with gravity.
Exactly. Every breath, every step, every sit becomes a message to your spine. You are still alive, you are still capable. In Japan, we don't separate healing from daily life. Standing up from a chair becomes therapy. Walking to the kitchen becomes medicine.
That's powerful because so many seniors I've worked with have said, "I wish I could move like I used to." What they don't realize is that ability is still there. It just needs a small reminder, like the 4-minute reset you shared.
Yes, the moment you align the head, heart, and abdomen, even for a few seconds, the body begins repairing itself. The nervous system calms, circulation improves, pain eases, but most importantly, confidence returns.
That's the word right there, confidence. To walk without fear of falling, to sit without pain, to stand without effort. It's independence in its purest form.
Independence through awareness, not force. I often tell my patients, you cannot rush healing, but you can invite it every day. The invitation is alignment.
I think that's a message our listeners will carry with them, long after this episode ends.
And I hope they do, because posture is not something you lose with age. It's something you can renew at any moment.
Beautifully said. To everyone listening, try the 4-minute Japanese posture fix today. Feel your spine, wake up. Feel your confidence return. And remember, you are never too old to move with grace.
Stay balanced, stay curious, and stay standing tall.
Until next time, this is the Best Life Seniors podcast.